Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little bit different, perhaps not in terms of content, but certainly in terms of structure and in length. Today's video is hopefully the first in a series of videos where I answer your bag questions. I get so many questions all the time about bags and every aspect of bags, from wear and tear to value, pricing, do I think things are worth it, all kinds of things. And even though I feel like I have answered most of these questions before, I know that my answers are often buried within other videos or blog posts or comments or Instagram posts, so it's actually very difficult to find. So I thought I would start this new series of much shorter videos where I just tackle one question at a time, and I'll hopefully be able to answer that, and it will serve as a useful resource for those of you wanting to know a very specific question but not wanting to have to shift through dozens of my videos to try and find the answer. So I hope you guys will find these useful, and I'm going to get started with the first one. So the first topic I thought I would tackle is a Chanel question, and it's the eternal question of Lambskin versus Caviar. I own both Lambskin and Caviar handbags. I have one of my absolute favorite handbags here, which is my Chanel Jumbo in the Caviar leather, and I also have a Lambskin bag right here, which is my adorable little rectangle. I get asked this question so much, and I do think that the answer partly depends on what kind of person you are, how you take care of your bags, and also what you want your bag for. So if you want it as a daily bag or an occasional bag, all these things should factor into your decision as to whether to go for Caviar or Lambskin. However, I do think that there are some general rules in terms of what's going to be best for you. So generally speaking, I would say if you are after a bag to use every single day, then undoubtedly Caviar is going to be your one. It is by far the most durable leather. Lambskin is beautiful and very luxurious, but it is a bit more on the delicate side. Caviar, on the other hand, is extremely durable. I've had this one for over 6 years now, I think, and the wear and tear is extremely minimal. I just have very, very light scuffing on the corners, and that is pretty much it. And this has undergone very heavy usage. I have not babied it. It's just an extremely durable leather. So I would say even if you mildly prefer the look of Lambskin over Caviar, I would say Caviar is the better choice if you're going for something that you want to use all the time and not have to worry about, because it just lasts unbelievably well. And I also just think it's a much more comfortable purchase when you don't have to worry about damaging it. I would also say if it is your first Chanel purchase, regardless of whether you plan to use it every day or more as an occasional bag, I would still say go for Caviar, just because when it's your first big Chanel purchase, and these are very expensive bags, you're going to want to have something which you're not going to freak out if it does have a little scratch, or if you brush up against something the wrong way. It's just going to have a much greater peace of mind, and I think when you're paying this much money, you don't want to have to be scared to death the whole time. So if it's your first purchase, or if it's something that you're planning on using every single day or every other day, then I would definitely say to go for Caviar. Obviously, people do still go for Lambskin bags though. I am one of those people. I still think it's a beautiful option. It's just not something I would go for if I wanted to use that bag every single day. One of the most popular reasons to go for Lambskin bags are of course the colors. Chanel does produce a lot more options in the Lambskin, and they will always release a lot of very beautiful seasonal colors, and a large portion of them will only be available in Lambskin. Rumor has it that Karl Lagerfeld actually prefers Lambskin, which is why it's like that, but it's also true that Lambskin as a material does take color a lot better than Caviar, so you are more likely to find the richer, more vibrant colors in the Lambskin than you are in the Caviar. That said, even though Lambskin is a more delicate fabric than Caviar, it is still possible to make it work. You just have to be a little bit more mindful of your surroundings and your environment. I've had this bag for over 10 years, I think, and I think it's actually over 15 years old, because I did buy it pre-loved, and the leather is still very shiny and very puffy, and it's done really well. So you do just have to be a little bit more careful, I think. I don't tend to take my Lambskin bags out in the rain. I'm always a bit careful when I'm brushing up against things. Just being a little bit more mindful of your surroundings does make it a lot easier to care for your Lambskin bag. The very first bag that I actually bought from the boutique was actually a Lambskin maxi. I loved it so much, but unfortunately I did see wear and tear very quickly on it, because I did wear it literally every single day. It's quite a large bag as well, so I often bumped into things, and I was just devastated with the amount out of where I saw it after only a few months. So it was at that point that I decided to sell it, and then I ended up getting my Caviar Jumbo, which I've had absolutely no issues with. I do still buy Lambskin bags now, but it's with the knowledge that I do have quite a few other bags that I can rotate between, and a Lambskin bag probably isn't going to be used every single day. So keep that in mind. If you're planning on using something every day, stick with Caviar. Otherwise, Lambskin is a very beautiful choice. I did also want to mention leather quality, because not all Caviar leathers at Chanel are created equal, just as not all Lambskin leathers at Chanel are created equal either. The quality does really vary from season to season, so make sure you check over the bag if you're buying direct from the boutique. Make sure there's no creases or no dullness or anything that might cause alarm, because it's quite possible that you could end up with a bad season and the leather just won't wear very well. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you have any requests for this series, please leave them down below and I will try and get to them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.